Welcome. Welcome all. We have Marilyn Patterson. You wish to lead us in an invocation.
We should change the lyrics. Yeah, we probably should. He's getting a different name. Like that.
Think it'll be better?
This touchy one.
Okay. It's pretty warm. Please join me in the invocation. Dear Lord, our Father, we come together tonight as lions, as servants
To the left.
to our community. As people who have bonded together in friendship, we are proud to be lions with the same purpose, aiding others and providing hope for a better future. Whether it's vision and hearing needs, diabetes, health awareness, environmental improvement, feeding the hungry, assisting children with cancer. We are blessed by your support and are grateful to be serving others in this way. We're thankful for the lions who have gone before us and for the new lions who will continue to carry out our motto, we serve. We ask your blessing upon our food. May it nourish and strengthen us for the work that we do. Oh, hear us, O Lord. Amen.
Maybe we did the wrong one.
Yeah, let's try something new.
Fix that. All right, we'll try another one.
That was better. That's good. Much, much better. Please join me in the singing of O Canada. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our songs command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And now the singing of America. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Excellent. Thank you, Marilyn. Got to keep me organized here. All right. District Governor Wayne, do you have a toast?
I ask you to raise your glasses, no clinking, to the Queen.
To the Queen. First Vice District Governor Steve.
And raise your glasses. A toast to the office of the President. And to the piper.
To the piper!
I knew that was going to happen. There's just some things that have to happen. Please be seated.
That was for longer.
Thank you, Pioneer Line. I know we've done introductions before, but it's kind of the thing we do. So I'm going to introduce the head table first.
I've taken They paid me not to do that.
not to do that. If I can find my list. All right. Down at the far end, our Cabinet Secretary, past District Governor Kathy Morrison. And where did Ron go, Kathy? Ron's over here, okay. Our Council Chair from Mobile District 19, John Keary. Past District Governor Tom Smarsh. Past International Director Ann Smarsh. The Associate Zone Chair, and maybe Zone Chair-elect right now, District G2, or Zone G2, Debbie Mansell, and our District Governor, Dr. Mark Mansell. Down at this end, Dolly Harvey.
Yay, Dolly!
Second Vice District Governor, Doug Harvey. Shelley Stodinger. First Vice District Governor, Steve Stodinger. And my lovely spouse, Susan Neller. And those who don't know me, I am Vice Council Chair J.D. Neller. And if you don't know me by now, I guess that's never going to happen, right?
Yay!
What can I say? We have a number of other dignitaries in the room. We have visiting district governors, visiting seated district governors. From District, well, who's here? From District C, Sharon Sykes. Would you please stand up?
Sharon.
Good job, Sharon. From District D, you've all met Wayne Atkinson, District Governor, District D. And his wife, Heather. You all right, Heather? Okay, great. From District E, Lyndon Harriman and his wife, Peggy. Also new. From District F, David Heath and Susan. And Gord, is Gord here?
Yeah, Gord's here.
From District H, Gord Graves. All right.
It's actually, they misspelled his name.
Did they? Okay. So we need a new name tag
Yeah,
for
they call
Gord?
him Grod.
Is that, okay, Grod
They call him
Graves.
Grod.
Great Grod
Grod
Lanoon. Okay. All right. Past district governors. Can I have all the past district governors stand up, please? Look at this. We've had a couple sneak incidents this morning. Everybody recognize who they are? Do I need to acknowledge every one of them? How come everybody's shaking their head no? It's kind of fun to go through the list.
JD. Let Melvin go.
Pastor.
Okay, we'll do those. Past international directors, we have 3 of them with us. Past international director Roger Richard and Rosemary, past district governor. We have Don Shove. Bubba. And, well, we've already done Ann. Okay, we've already done Ann. We have past council chairs. Hal Palmer. Jim Kemp. Is Jim still? They had to leave. Jim had to leave. We have Jim Terrell. David Rich. David is gone as well. And is Enoch still here? Enoch Rowland. Okay, that's all the past council chairs that we have. Current zone chairs from G1, Marilyn Patterson, and some guy by the name of Steve, who happens to be with her. Stand up, Steve. I said stand up, Steve. From G2, Helen Sutphen and some guy by the name of Terry. District G, or Zone G3, Norm Adams.
Norm, there's Norm.
And from G4, Kathy Crawford. Is Luke here? And from District G, or Zone G6, we have Suzanne Simke Fox. There's Sue. Excellent. Do we have any Melvin Jones fellows here tonight? Why don't you all stand up? All Melvin Jones fellows, please stand up. Congratulations to all of you.
That's it, right?
And I understand that our district governor has a special introduction to make. So I'm going to pass the microphone to our district governor.
I would like to introduce my family over here at this table with passing around to Director Don. I have my son, Brent, Lion Brent Mansell. Stand up, Brent. He's 6'8", but I keep telling him you have to always look up to your dad. I have my favorite daughter, Jessie Mansell. Jessie Boutros, Mansell Boutros. Jessie, my favorite daughter. Jessie, you want to stand up? She's stubborn. She gets that from Debbie. And then our grandson is in the arms of my mother-in-law, Lion Barbara Swayze, but my grandson there, Solomon Boutros, is 5 months old. And so, anyway, special introduction. Thank you.
All right. My little agenda up here says it's time to break for dinner. Now, we're going to do a better job of doing dinner than we did at lunch, because we're all going to go through the right door this time.
Actually, the left door.
Well, it depends on which way you're looking. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have the head table lead just like they came in, and they're going to go out that door way over there on the left, and then you all get to start following them. How does that going to work? So head table, time to eat.
It's the end of a fantastic weekend. I hope you all have had as much fun as I have. And it's now time to reap the benefits of all of our labors. I have several certificates I'm going to be giving out tonight. And our international guest, Ann Schmarsh, and our illustrious silver-shoed governor is going to present the awards. And when you get your certificate, Mark is going to be standing like right here. See, just right side. And then we're going to have the recipient in the middle, and Ann will be on the other side. And our photographer is right there. So we're going to kind of move these right along as quickly as we can because there are quite a few. Starting out, we're going to do the 5-minute achievement speech. Winner for the 5-minute achievement speech, Hazel Del Lyons, Kathy Crawford. Or no, excuse me, Kathy Morrison.
Who's at the end there?
I know, I do it every time I do it.
Is that what you want, right?
And a 5-minute achievement speech runner-up, Jason Rivers, with Center Lions. Trifold Club brochure winner, Camus Lyons. And coming right up following them is the runner-up, Hazel Del Lyons.
Photobomb in front.
Club business card. Winner, Centralia Lions. Is Lions, yeah, here he comes. And club business card runner-up, Camus Lyons. Club Bulletin winner, Longview Kelso Early Birds. And Club Bulletin runner-up, Hazeldale Lions. There you go. Yes.
Just want to get a chair down here, Kathy.
There you go. The bulletin editor, Ryan Morrison.
Probably get your feet in the shot.
Club website winner, Fort Vancouver Lions. Runner-up, Camas Lions.
Yay, Fort, or Vancouver, Fort Vancouver.
And the one we've all been waiting for, one of the ones, musical comedy, Fort Vancouver. And musical comedy runner-up, La Center Lions.
We said we weren't going to win after that. Oh, that is surprising.
It was funny because we couldn't figure out what the hell you were doing.
We were singing Blow Me Down. I know. But we changed the lyrics.
Musical performance, the one and only, the grand prize winner, Longview Pioneers, Doug Harvey.
I couldn't figure out what he was doing. That was music?
Did you get the picture right?
Uniform parade, Camas Lions. And uniform parade runner-up, Longview Pioneers.
It was the poodle skirt.
It was that, yeah.
That's right.
Turned him on.
Look at your skirt.
Humor story winner, Longview Pioneers, Steve Patterson. Runner-up, La Center Lions, Eric Hockby. Lions in
job, Mr. Patterson. Heavy on the mister.
Lions in action photo. I hope you all had a chance to take a look at it. Marilyn Patterson, Longview Pioneer.
That's an Ollie Award.
And while Marilyn's here, Zone Chairperson Newsletter, Marilyn Patterson. With runner-up, Kathy Crawford, Vader Lions, Zone 4's Chairperson. The certificate of appreciation for the La Center Lions, Danielle Gowanski, who did our sign language. Oh, excuse me, La Center Leos, and always remember it takes a village. There you go. Let's give a big round of applause to all of the people who participated. And remember, this is so simple. Every club should at least put your effort out there a little bit, put your foot out. But none of these certificates could have happened without a panel of wonderful judges. And to get the judges, I contacted them about a week or 10 days ago throughout the multiple district, those who had registered to come. And they graciously came, and they put up with all my mistakes that I had in the judging booklets. And I may even have forgotten one or two of them, but they're good-hearted souls, and they put their hearts into it, and were able to present these awards. So I'm going to ask our district governor and our international guests and when I call your name, judges stand up. All the judges stand up. Yes, you're going to deliver them. Here's one for Nancy Mesmer. Okay, then here, I'll just take it. Rebecca Anderson.
Oh, I know what he is.
David Heath. I'll read them. You can just deliver them. Tom Smarsh. Al Hedstrom.
Thank you, sir.
Irma Kemp, who has left. Here's Al.
Al Hedstrom.
Wayne Atkinson. Heather Atkinson. Peggy Harriman. Gordon Graves.
Oh, they're all the same too.
George Sim.
George.
Lyndon Harriman. And past international Don Shove, I owe you a certificate. Let's give them a round of applause. And if there is a judge I forgot, please hit me up and I will get a certificate to you. With that, contest and awards closes for the 2019 year.
How about a big round of applause for our contest and awards chairperson?
Good job, Helen.
Helen, great job, Helen. Do we have a certificate for Helen? Great job, Helen.
We'll get her one for next year.
All right, the next on the agenda is it's not on your agenda, it's on mine. And it's the election results. So as past District Governor Bill Karsher makes his way up here, I got word the other day that there's a study out there, a recent study that found, do we have any golfers in the room? Okay, well, there's a recent study that says that golfers walk an average of 900 miles a year. Then there's another study that came out that says that golfers drink on average 22 gallons of alcohol a year. Which means that the average golfer gets about 41 miles to the gallon. Kind of makes you feel like a hybrid, doesn't it? All right, Bill, do you have election results for us?
I do. They were all very close. Mike Parker is our Northwest Lions rep. Yeah. I don't know if he's here. And now we have a new district governor, Steve Stottinger. And a new,
District Governor-elect.
huh?
There wasn't enough votes.
By one for you. And then we have a new first vice district governor by half a vote, Doug Harvey. And now I need a motion to burn the ballots.
Burn them?
Burn them. We destroy them. I burn them.
Is there a second?
No,
It's a half a vote.
Is there a second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
very good. Thank you very much.
You can explain about the council.
Oh, my God.
You can explain.
You doing okay, or do you want to finish?
Are you going to explain about the vice council?
Oh, okay, I can do that. I can do a couple more things. All right, there's a couple of other things that are happening. Back on the back table, those of you who want to participate in the membership drawing, the membership contest drawing, if you brought in a member between between July 1 and April of this year, you need to make sure that your name is in that little bucket back there. Otherwise, you won't be able to have your name drawn to be one of the winners of the Hawaii raffle contest. Pardon? So it's way in the back. And Doug, Lion Doug, First Vice District Governor-elect Doug.
Yes, sir.
That is one name for each member that you brought in, one tag for each member.
Yes.
That is correct. Every line you brought in between July 1st and April 30th this year, you get to make an entry in there. And somebody's name is going to be drawn just an hour or two from now to get that week in Hawaii.
Or less. Let's say less.
Hour or two, sure. They're supposed to call them 10 o'clock, isn't
I
it?
don't have that many jokes.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll move it up.
So go ahead, make sure you get your names in the bucket, because that drawing will be held here pretty quickly. A lot sooner than 2 hours, I hope. How about you? No 2 hour thing. All right, what else do we want to do? She's ready. I'll be done. Okay.
Very short.
Very short. Easy Betsy. You know, one of the pleasures we have as Lions as we move outside of our clubs is we get to go around the district and meet people we haven't ever met before and see all the special people that are helping Lions. And believe me, that is one of the joys of doing this, being a district governor or a zone chair, and getting around and seeing the marvelous things that people do. And I don't know if any of you have noticed, but have you noticed that it's the special people that always seem to be able to find the time to do like everything that needs to be done? You know, we run in too many times to people who say, no, I can't join Lions because I don't have the time, but special people always seem to have the time. Well, we have a special person for us tonight, with us here tonight. We have a past international director. And past international director Ann Smarsh served as an international director from the years 2009 to 2011. And since that time, she's been showing us all how to do leadership. She showed us how to be family members. She showed us how to be leaders in our communities. She's a mother. She's a grandmother. She has a family. She's active in her community. I got to meet her a number of years ago when I was doing district governor training, and despite my efforts to scuttle that, she managed to get me trained. You never can tell what's going to happen. So it is with great pleasure that I stand here tonight, and a great honor that I stand here tonight and ask you all to please stand and join me in welcoming from District 19G, past international director. We're in District G. Welcome from District G, past international director. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Lion JD, that was one of the nicest introductions I ever had. And I was trying to get the message to him just a minute ago, said, keep it brief, do not read what's in the program. And he listened.
First time.
That reminds me, Peggy, because before I start, okay, you guys are talking about statistics and this and that. Did you all know that statistics have recently shown that on average, women speak twice as many words as men every day? You know why? Yeah, we have to say everything twice. That is right. We've had a lot of recognition today, which is really one of the purposes of our convention, is to recognize and cheer the people who have worked so hard, special people who have worked so hard this year. I'm cheering every one of you because each of you has worked hard this year to make this district stronger, to serve in your community. There is, however, one group that I'd like to introduce to you tonight that we can all appreciate together. And that group those people are our veterans, people who have served in our armed forces. Would all of you please stand? Thank you. Now please remain standing. Remain standing. We have people among us who keep us safe here domestically every day too. So would these people please join us? People who are in law enforcement, police, sheriff's department, ambulance drivers, EMT, people who are out there every day on the streets keeping us safe. We appreciate you also.
Firefighters.
Firefighters, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are our heroes. In fact, tonight, I'm going to talk about heroes and champions and miracle workers. And I think you'll recognize some of them among you. I'd first like to tell you about a great hero of mine, a man who I knew when I was growing up as a young girl on a farm pretty much in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. Our village, some of you grew up in towns or cities, and our village was really three families. We had one family who lived a mile away, one family, a couple who lived a half mile away, and us. And that was pretty much our village. Those are the people that we worked with, that we asked for help. If we needed help, if they needed help, they asked us. One of the people, really I didn't realize until later in life how much of a hero he was to me, but his name was John Bridgman. John and his wife, Elizabeth, lived about a half mile down the road from us. And there were 6 of us kids in the family. I'm the oldest. There were times when the 3 of us oldest kids, and literally we held hands and skipped down the road a half a mile to the Bridgman's house. Now, you didn't have to call ahead. You didn't have to say, oh, we're coming to see you. You didn't have to do anything. You just skipped down the road because we're going to go see John. We tell Mom, we're going to go see John. So we just show up at the Bridgman's house. Most of the time, John was outside. Mrs. Bridgman really wasn't very healthy, so most of the time she was in the house. But John, we could usually find him outside. So we'd go running into the yard and see John. Hey, what are you doing? Can we help you? Can we help you? And he'd always say, sure, come on. I can find things for you to do. And especially those of us who grew up on farms, you all know that it's a whole lot more fun to do chores at somebody else's house than it is at your own house. So it was fun for us to help John. Before I tell you any more about him, I want you to know that John was blind, totally blind at that point in his life. My dad remembered when he was growing up that when John was maybe 30, 35 years old, he remembered that John could see. John used to drive, but whatever was wrong, he had slowly gone blind. By the time we knew him, we had only ever known John as a blind person. So if you think about it, you think, how can a blind man take care of a farm? But he did. He did. He had about usually 5 or 6 Holstein cows that he milked morning and night. They sold some of the milk, so he would let us go into the barn and crawl up into the hayloft and throw hay down to the cows while he was milking. He tried to teach us to milk, but I have to tell you that none of us were ever very successful at it. We would go out into the pasture with him while he was trimming brush so that the cows would have clear grass. And when he walked down to the pasture, he had what we called a corn knife. Some of you may know as a machete. Big, long knife in his hand, trimming brush, and he'd throw it backwards, and we'd pick it up and pile it over here for him. You kids can do that. You can put it over there. You know, when it all dries up, we'll burn it. So we were always excited to help him. He was always in good spirits. I never heard him say a negative word, except one time we were walking across the yard, and he happened to slip on a rock that had kind of worked itself up, but he didn't know it was there, and he slipped and he fell down to his knees. And all he said was, oh, shoot. And he got back up, and we went on. Now, when he's striding out across the yard, he didn't have a white cane, What he had was a limb from a tree that had worn itself nice and smooth from all the years that he was using it. So in his right hand was that tree branch. And to his left side was a black and white shepherd type dog. I don't remember the dog's name, but the dog was always with him. So if something, if John was going to run away or run into something, the shepherd somehow knew he needed to tell John, don't go there, don't go there. So the shepherd's over here, the stick's over here, and with greatest confidence, he just stride out across the yard. One of the other really fun things that he did with Mrs. Bridgman's help was raise an absolutely amazing garden, a big garden. So Mrs. Bridgman would help him, set the strings and do the planting. But after that, everything really was done by him. And so he let us help him work in the garden. I remember many times, he would teach us stuff, and I think I took more interest in gardening than my brother and my sister who would go along with me. And I know that's his teaching that is the reason that I love to garden today. It's because John taught me so much. But I remember crawling down a row, and so I would be on one side and John would be the other side, and we were crawling down the row, and he'd be feeling along. He'd say, "No, that's a carrot. Don't pull it. Don't pull it." And then we feel a little, "That's a weed. Look at that. Pull all those that you can find." I mean, little carrots. You guys don't know what carrots look like. They look like little sprigs of grass when they come up. And the radishes and the beans and everything else. I learned the difference between those vegetables and the weeds, which I still think are mean today. They're mean. So that's where I learned to garden. I would guess that every one of you has a hero like that. Someone, maybe when you were growing up, maybe someone you just met here this weekend. Maybe it's Jason who told an amazing story about a service project that made such a difference to him and to his boys, right? What I learned from John was the power of a positive attitude. I saw that every time I was with him. And as I get older and get further away from that experience, I realize more and more the power that his example had for me and for my brothers and sisters. I learned that it's important to set a good example. I learned that sometimes courage is quiet, or courage just tripping over a rock and you go down to your knees and you stand back up and you go on. You just go on with life and you're quiet about it. Every one of us has heroes like that. People have taught us life lessons about honesty, about encouragement, about generosity, because that food from that garden, a lot of that went home with my brother and my sister and me. When we go, "Oh, here's some green beans. Take them to your mom. Take this, take that." So even though they didn't have very much, they gave to us. They shared their bounty. So I want you to remember, kind of as you're thinking here, somebody who's been a hero to you, or a champion, or a District G great miracle worker. I'd like to actually introduce you to some heroes. And I know that our moms always taught us you don't point at people, but tonight we're going to point. And I want you to, at your tables, so some of you are going to have to turn around for just a minute, I want you to point at the person at the table, across from you at the table, find somebody to point out and say, "You're a hero." Okay, you're a hero. You can do better than that. You're a hero. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Every one of you is a hero as a lion. You're a hero to a man in South America who received a pair of glasses. I read this story, it's been 15, 20 years ago, in a Lion magazine. And I was reading along, and it was a really small picture, but it just kind of jumped out at me. It was a picture of a farmer, at least what I thought was a farmer, because he had a very weathered face. It had obviously been outside working in the sun for many, many years. when I looked at him, I thought, well, I don't think that man is from the U.S., but let me just read about him. He was a farmer in a village in South America. He had received a pair of glasses from eyeglass mission from Lions. What he wanted us to know, and there was only just this much in the magazine about that man, but what he wanted us to know was that because of Lions, because of one pair of glasses, yes, his life was changed. However, his vision had gotten so bad that he couldn't work at his job anymore. He really couldn't work on the farm. Because he couldn't see to work, his family had to be dependent upon other people in the village. One pair of glasses meant that he could work again. If he could work again, he could support his family. If he could support his family, he didn't have to rely on others in the village. But his message back to all of us was that he would never forget the Lions, and he promised us that if somebody in his village needed help, he was there. His family was there. You guys did that with one pair of glasses. You're heroes to the citizens of the entire town of Greensburg, Kansas. In 2007, there was an EF5 tornado that destroyed about 95% of that town of 1,500 people. Tom and I and other Kansas Lions were there a couple of days later to help with cleanup efforts and feeding our victims and volunteers, but you were there too. You were there through LCIF. LCIF had $25,000 to the Kansas Lions that was available to help the victims. There was also money sent from all over the United States to our district and from overseas to a district in Kansas to help people because almost the entire town was destroyed. You did that. And don't forget that you're a hero to the people in Oso, Washington. So much of part of their town was destroyed by the mudslide in 2014. Some people lost their lives. You were there. Some of you were there on site. And the rest of you were there because of $30,000 in grants that LCIF made available to help. And you worked a miracle for a woman in India who actually, again, received one pair of our glasses. And because of that pair of glasses, she could, for the first time in her adult life, see her daughter's face. One pair of glasses. And you're heroes to people in Nebraska, very recently, who have experienced a lot of very unusual flooding. So the Lions of Nebraska are there on site helping, and you're there helping through LCIF. And you're heroes to the Leos. We had some Leos with us at lunch. Do we have any with us tonight? Don't forget that you're heroes to them, and don't forget that you're setting the example of what volunteer service is. Setting the example to young people in our world. We have some heroes here tonight. Salmon Creek Lions Club and 4 gentlemen whom we heard speak at lunchtime, taking the bull by the horns, making kids vision screening work, and already have screened 18,000 kids. That's pretty amazing. Where are those young men? Can you stand up? Where are they? There's 2, 3. We have one more? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for taking a hold of that and making it a wonderful success. And we have some other heroes who really have stood up and got a lot of awards tonight. With the Camas Lions, I heard a story about how you essentially reinvented your club. We need to hear more from you because that's something we talk about frequently, reinventing our club. Success story right back here. All of you guys stand up. Thank you. And Jody, once again, happy birthday. And you're heroes to people in over 15 countries who have received over 130 million doses of the drug Mectizan to combat river blindness. That's amazing. We've been fighting river blindness along with some other organizations like the Carter Center for years and years and years. There are now 3 countries in South America who have no more river blindness. You did that. And did you know that to date, through our Special Olympic partnership, or our partnership with Special Olympics, that we have screened over 400,000 Special Olympic athletes, and that you have provided 175,000 pairs of glasses to needy Special Olympic athletes. See, it feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to be a hero. Yes, yes. And don't forget the thousands of miracles that you worked with in campaign Sight First and Sight First 2. We are working and we are making progress towards eliminating preventable childhood blindness. My goodness. Amazing work that you do. And don't forget the work we've done through LCIF with hurricanes like Katrina, tsunamis, earthquakes, Australia's fires, Hurricane Harvey, the hurricane in Puerto Rico. You guys were there. You were there through the foundation. You're there doing good. You're there as a hero in Lions. Would you agree with me, just kind of like my friend John, that some heroes are quiet? Yeah, they go about and they do their work. They practice that Lions love that Mark's talked about. We don't hear a lot from them, except that what we know and what we see is that they're out there among us serving. I like to call those my unsung heroes. Or maybe tonight they're super G Lions. How's that? Super G. So we have actually 4 lions that we'd like to sing about tonight. Not going to be unsung anymore. So Lion Mark's going to help me. He's not going to sing. Oh, he says he can sing. Do we want to know that? So we'd like to call 2 of these lions up front. Join us so we can talk about you, so we can sing about you. Lion Irv Granahan. And Lion Rod Mady. I wanted to make sure I pronounced the last name right.
Get up there, boys.
So, come on, man.
Take your time.
So everyone see. So, these 2 lions attended a Lions Learning Forum a little over a year ago and heard a presentation from Lions Jack Johnson and Lion David Page, and heard the story about the power of vision screening. And I remember running into Irv outside of the one building that the forum was in, and I said, "How's it going?" And he said, "I am so fired up, I can't wait to get back to G3 and talk about vision screen. We're going to do this." And then off they go, and I go to the zone meeting, and they had a smackdown. You really guys had a smackdown in G3 and said, "Look, this is a need, and we need to do this, and we can do this." And the next thing you know, it became a zone project, and off you go. And you guys raised almost $20,000 in grants and screened over 6,000 kids, mostly kids, since that time. And it took a lot of work and a lot of lions, but it wouldn't have happened without you 2. So congratulations and thank you. Thank you for your service.
I do too, I didn't wear it.
So tonight we're singing about those two. Now, two more people we're going to sing about. Lion Kathy Morrison and Lion Doug Hall. Would you like to join us up here? I know Kathy's here. Oh, Doug's here. Oh, he's looking. He has this very surprised look on his face.
So as they're coming up, I want to tell everybody, this is the fourth highest recognition in Lions. And these two Lions have been instrumental in so many parts of the successes over the years in our district. Kathy serves, I don't know, how many years have you served as our cabinet secretary? She's lost count. Past district governor. She has served in so many ways, quietly going about doing whatever is called upon. And she's a perfect example of an unsung hero. Lion Doug is another example of an unsung hero. He is instrumental in starting, both Kathy as well, starting the Lions Learning Forum, flags for first graders. Anytime that I needed something from either of these two Lions, I just called them and they came through. And so I just wanted to, when Ann talked to me about this, I thought you two are perfect examples of unsung heroes in our district and deserve this certificate of appreciation from Gudrun Ingvedal, our international president. So congratulations and thank you very much.
So, thank heavens that Mark is here with me because he reminded me that this is President Gudrun's certificate as international president and is our fourth highest award. Allow me to read what the international president says about these two people and our two young men who were just up here with us. In recognition of distinguished achievements in fulfilling the mission of Lions Clubs International, to affirm the appreciation and gratitude of the association, I have hereunto affixed my signature, and here she is, she signed it, and you guys are a big deal. Thank you. It's fun to recognize those heroes every once in a while, isn't it? I would like to thank each of you. I'd like to thank this entire district. The district has provided some amazing leaders to our association. You saw many of them introduced here tonight. You welcomed them. Remember that every one of you is a leader. Every one of you leads on a project, leads with a newsletter, leads somehow in your club, and you're making this planet a better place to live. Lion Mark, it has been an honor and a pleasure to be with you, with your First Lady, with each of you this weekend. It's been fun. I think we've all had fun. You are indeed a team of champions. Many of you may remember Irma Bombeck. Remember? Late American humorist. Well, Irma wrote this one time, and I copied it, and I've used it a lot, and I love what she said. She said, "When my days on earth are done, and I stand before my Maker, I hope that I can tell him that I have not one single bit of talent left, and that I used everything he gave me." And that's a challenge I want to leave with you tonight. Each of you use everything you have as you're out there in that big wide world, and you're serving and you're sharing that Lions love, use everything you have. You are champions. You are miracle workers. You are my heroes. Thank you. You're heroes. You're heroes. Thank you. And I'll get my book out so you can have your notes back.
Now, we're going to go to John Kerry now.
Don't go anywhere.
He's the guy that's got to take care of this
Stay right
problem.
there. Yeah, stand right there.
Oh.
Council Chair John Kerry.
Well, I see on the program it says response by
does.
Council Chair John Kerry. My response is, wow, what a speech. Thank you very much. How
You're my
simple is
hero.
that? You are my hero. I have to tell you this, when I had been pondering a run for council chair, Ann is the one I called. And I said, Ann, tell me, should I not? She didn't tell me one way or the other. She just said, well, you have the talent too, and I think you might be a pretty good council chair. So thank you for that. And that started me on the road in this direction, so thank you
Look
so
where
much.
you are.
And look where I am today, standing
Hello.
right up here. So we have a couple of things for you from the multiple district. On behalf of 410 Lions Clubs, 11,200 Lions members,
My Lord.
we are pleased to bring you a couple of tchotchkes that we have for you. First off,
Is that a Lions word, tchotchkes?
yeah, I think it is. So we were thinking of getting you a side of beef because Tom would have liked that. And he said that was what he really wanted.
Oh, my goodness.
But we got a little, it's laser engraved.
I was going to say, I think it's laser engraved.
Just so you know, yeah. It says, what does it say on it there? It says, with sincere appreciation from the Lions of Multiple District 19. So thank you for coming. Thank you for speaking to us and inspiring us tonight. We appreciate that very much.
Bless your heart.
And since you travel a lot, and of course you can't get this in the overhead bin of your car, which is, here's the advantage of having you. We get international guests from all over the country, and we cut down the weight of all the stuff that we used to give them, and now we give them real simple, lightweight things. But you'll like these.
good.
On behalf of our pin traders, who have developed this really nice Milan pin. This is the Washington, Northern Idaho, BC, MD19 Milan Italy pins. A large one and a small one. Tom gets the small one, you get the large one.
Nice.
That's the way it works in these days.
Thank
So-
you, pin traders.
Right, the pin traders. Stephen, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Stephen.
Bubba, where are you over there?
Thank you,
Big wave.
Bubba.
Thank you, Bubba. Very, very nice job. Once again, thank you. Congratulations. Thank you for a nice speech here.
And Mark.
And we have as I say, but wait, there's more. So we have a gift. We have a gift. It's actually for both of you, but it's kind of geared toward Lion Tom. I'll let him
Come
open
up
it
here.
up. We'll put it on a table there. So
Oh, my
it's
goodness.
appropriate because you talked about a garden, and but it's also appropriate because, as many of you or some of you might know, Tom is a '57 Chevy fan.
Yes.
And so we thought, well, let's just mix the two a little bit.
There's a car in there?
No car.
Never go without my little,
It's a key fob.
It's plastic, Tom.
Tom, you can rip it.
Rip it.
I do this, if you rip it, you might hurt the gift. Who knows?
Yeah, we're thankful that you do have that overhead bin in your
Yeah, we don't
car.
have to do TSA.
So this actually is laser cut. So we have a theme going here, laser cut.
I figured that out finally.
Yeah, there you go.
Kinda.
Brand new car.
So it's actually a garden weather vane.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, 57 Chevy.
A '57 Chevy.
With a '57 Chevy direction. So it's a perfect gift for both of them. So you can remember us at 19G.
And guess what color my '57 is?
Black, we knew that, yeah. And also, on behalf of the Lions of 19G, we would like to, and we know that you are an evangelist of LCIF, and so we would like to give to you, as a gift and your appreciation for you coming and spending time with us and sharing your wisdom and perspective, we want to make a donation to LCIF in your name for $500.
Thank you. I am overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you. Thank you. Remember the good that you're going to do with this $500 gift too. That's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I just have to say a few things. When Ann and I traveled as her being an international director, and Don knows this, and so does Roger and Rosemary, when we would leave one of the conventions wherever we were, and I think we traveled 22 different states in the 2 years that Ann was director, 29 states, excuse me, they would always ask me at the banquet to say a few words. And I feel this, even though we're in the same state here, we only spend 2 or 3 days with people, but I tell people our family just keeps growing every time we do one of these. And you're all part of our family, and you're all part of the Lions family. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Laser engraved.
Here's what we got. Yeah, I go to the upstairs. Got a couple of people who want to. Yeah, I go to awards. Okay.
We're going to awards.
Ann, would you join me? And could a past international director, Roger, and past international director, Don, please come up and join me. All right. So, Bill, would you come up here for this first one? Okay. So we're very fortunate in our district to be able to, on behalf of Lions Club International, recognize some Lions that have served and made a tremendous difference in the lives of people over the years. And so one of the highest, in fact the third highest honor in Lions is what's called the Leadership Medal. And it's very special to when a district has a couple of these to give away. Tonight we have 5 of them to give away. And it is indicative of the service and the commitment of Lions to make a difference in the lives of people in this district and in your communities. The first one, if I could ask him to come up, the longtime Lion, a selfless servant, Ryan Morrison.
Green style.
The next one is I'm a little disappointed because one of them escaped on us, and so I can't recognize one without the other. So it's top secret that the other one that escaped doesn't know about this, but it goes to David Page and Jack Johnson.
All right. Here.
The next, again, please do not tell David. We'll come up with a different venue. I looked over, he's gone, like, dang it. The next one is someone who has stepped up in so many different ways. And I'm so proud to have known him since 2013, when I first met him at Northwest Lions Learning Institute. And he has made a profound impact in our community as our global membership team leader, Doug Harvey.
Just got a lot of hardware on it. Hard time finding where to pin it.
And the last one is someone that has had a profound impact in more people than she has any idea. Me in particular. Every time I think of that I'm tired or I don't have enough energy to do something, I look to my hero. And it's Helen Sutphin.
We normally like to do this, but you're such a hero to him, we really want him to do it.
Right here, got a picture. Monty Ward. Monty Ward, are you here?
Yep.
Monty has a special recognition for another hero. So Monty is our leader dog chair and for the district, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. This person has recognized, I would say, what we stand for. Sight. We do different kinds of things for sight. We have work, we have leader dogs, we do white canes, and all this eventually helped in sight. So Helen Keller picked a nice group to challenge. I think over the past 100 years, well, 95 years, 94 years, that we've done a good job at this. And this is one chance that we get to recognize a person here that I know for a fact started in 2012. Helping her husband across the United States on a bicycle. Then the following year, she rode her own motorcycle through 48 states along with her husband. Ever since then, she's been working hard for leader dogs. Today, she held a Zumba class, or Zumba. Let me tell you, she raised a lot of money, $2,000. Not bad for leader dogs. Oh, is that right? 2 club donations. Anyway, this is kind of unique to have a lady that really stands for one position in blindness, and that's leader dogs. So I'm happy at this time to have Debbie Manziel come forward. Good job, Debbie. Lion Debbie, I would give you, or pin this on you, but I find that it's nicer to leave in the case there, and you can take it out. The case does open up. And on the back it says, Debbie Manziel, May 18, 2019, MD 19G. Congratulations.
Podium's in the way.
Thank you. I have 2 final gifts, and then I'll turn it over, or I'll have a few comments. So I would like to, this is the, y'all heard that I'm a member of the Pen Traders, thanks to Stottinger. So one final gift for Tom and for Ann. We have a series of, it's unfortunately it's 55 Chevys. I couldn't find 56, but it also has a Kansas pin on it. I want to give those to you, Tom. Steve, am I scoring points in the Pen Traders?
Yeah, sure.
All right, okay. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to our council chair, John. John has been a tremendous support and encourager, and very innovative and creative. If you saw last night, he didn't have a pirate costume. He came as a pilot. He said, "Oh, I thought it was pilot, not pirate." So I've come to learn a lot of things about John, and so one of them is his affinity for a particular beverage. So you can go ahead and open that.
Is it laser engraved?
I didn't even know there was it.
You should try it in the hospitality suite. Steve's fine.
Yeah. And I would like to thank our MC. Didn't he do a great job, J.D. Neller? I figure it runs with the territory of being a council chair, and I'm sure you're going to be council chair-elect here very
we'll
soon.
see.
So I thought, well, why you work for one? Maybe I'll give you a little flavor of the other.
Oh,
You get crown royal. Oh!
Northern Rye.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway,
And it's laser engraved.
it's laser engraved. Anyway, I'm not sure what else is on the agenda.
Just a couple of things. You go ahead.
I would just like to thank our conference chairs. Where's our conference chairs? Terry and Sandy, stand up. There's so many other folks. We've got, we're going to get to that. The Fort Vancouver Lions said, hey, what about the raffle? What about the drawing? We also would like to thank on the conference, Helen, you did a fabulous job as contest and awards. And then we also have, where's Hope? Is Hope? Hope here?
Over there, right.
Okay, Hope, great job on the registration, thank you. And Cindy, where are you at? Cindy, thank you for everything with the raffle and so on. And Terry, was there anybody else you want to recognize in your conference committee?
Those are the main ones. I'd like to ask all the zone chairs before you leave tonight to go into the fine room.
Alder.
That would be the alder room for your instruction packets. Take back your clubs that are not here.
The main.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go and do the drawing before Fort Vancouver pops a gasket. So they.
We got more or less got an auction. I'll give
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we also have a visiting dignitary from District 19H, past District Governor John Morelek. And John has an auction. John is an auctioneer by trade, or a retired auctioneer by trade. I hope he's still up to, he's got to practice down. But here's what's going on. He has tickets to the Kelso, the Kelso Theater Pub, free movie tickets that he has won, but he's living up in Langley, BC. And so they're going to expire before he's going to get a chance to use them. So he is going to auction those off to the highest bidder together with
Some Canadian treats. We have a bag of ketchup potato chips and a bag of Hawkins cheesies. So neither one of which you can get on this side of the border, but you can get those Kelso things here apparently. So the money that we raise for this bag of goodies is going to go to your conference committee, so please be generous. And he'll start me off at $5. $5. He'll give me $10 for it. 10, thank you, now 15. 15, now 20. 15, I have now $20. 15, now 20. 20, now 25. 20, now 25. 25, ma'am. 25, now 30. 30, now 35. 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 I'll take $32.50 just from you. It's going to your car, $32.50. Thank you, now 35, sir. $32.50, now 35. You're not going to steal it for $2.50. $32.50, now 35. Going once. $32.50, now going twice. Sold to the lovely lady for $32.50. Make sure that the committee gets it. Thank you so much, JD. And thank you all for having me here this week.
Join it. All right. Pretty good. You got it? Okay. All right, then we have, who's going to do this first? We're going to do this first, we're going to do the keys first.
Bingo.
Keys first? All right.
Okay, get your keys ready. Who has the keys ready? All right, here we go. Okay, the first one. Orchard Evergreen. You got your key.
Oh.
Winlock Lions.
They're not here.
Adna Lions.
Nope.
Willapa Harbor. 3. Vader Lions.
Vader's not there.
She's got her key. Oh, she's wearing her key.
North Clark Lions.
They were here.
They were here at lunch.
They were here at lunch.
White Salmon Lions.
Oh, I know there's somebody here with white salmon.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Toledo Lions.
Usually there is.
that was the vision screen guy.
White, that's Salmon Creek.
Oh, salmon creek.
Yeah. We got a lot of salmon around here.
Lyle Lions.
No way.
And you thought, Jason, you thought it was going to say the center, didn't you? 8.
We want Fort Vancouver.
Hazeldale, but you already won. But you already won once.
You don't get it again.
Richfield Leos. They were here at lunch. 32. Ridgefield Lions. All right. Let's have a winner here, 18.
Well, thank you.
Kelso Lions.
They're not here.
What is the deal here? Cascadia Lions. Odds were going up, Jason. Okay, here we go. $710. Mary, you get your first pick.
Get the right key.
Karen. Okay, Lee. All right, here we go. Come over here. Let's see which key opens it up. Nope. No new card.
Got a 50-50 chance.
Okay, Karen, it's 50-50 now.
No, it's only 100%.
Oh, it's only 100%, she says. No! Cascadia Lion.
Let's see if it works.
There it is! Yes, congratulations. Okay, so now, wait a minute, Lee, come here, quick. Now it's admin, you can spend, it's made up to the club, not to you.
We're a new club, we need the money.
And you can donate to LCIF, you can donate to CARE, you let the club decide.
I'll let the club decide.
All right, good job.
Good job.
All right, here you go, JD.
And now we have one more drawing. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. Okay, here we go. We're going to draw two. The first one will be the winner, but just in case something happens, we'll draw a second one.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my golly.
where is she?
Gail Bradley, Longview Pioneer. Yay. Now, just in case something happens and this isn't totally correct, we will draw another one. Gail Bradley. Oh, no.
Oh God, it is.
Gail Bradley. Oh,
Are they all Gail Bradley?
Okay.
we're going to count these when we get done. We'll draw one more just in case. But, wow. Gail, no, this is. It's from the
Mike Backstrom.
Mike Backstrom from Aberdeen.
All right.
Okay, Mike, your runner-up. This is the last week we have for Maui. I want to thank everybody for participating. The whole idea was to get Lions and to grow our clubs in our district. The trip to Maui is just a secondary thing to what our goal is. We need Lions to serve our communities and our country and humanity. So just because we don't have another trip to Maui does not mean that we have to let up. Please, bring in a Lion. It's important to your club. It's important to Lionism. Thank you very much.
Well, that brings us to the close of our formal meeting, but did everybody have a good time at this conference? Has everybody had a good time or a great time here in 19G this year? Have you had a good Lions year?
Yeah.
Well, we got a couple more months to go to close out the entire year, and then we're going to have another great year next year, right? Yeah. We're going to have Steve Staudinger at the helm, but we've had Dr. Mark Mansell at the helm, and this has been a great time with Dr. Mark. We really appreciate all the time that you've put in for this district, for all the inspiration you've brought to all of us, and for the great times that you're going to come. Thank you very much for your time as District Governor. Thank you. And with that, we are adjourned. See you next year.